Welcome back to Session 0, where I discuss world building and other RPG topics. My name is Brian, and I've actually tried to record this video 3 times, but have never been really happy with the script. So let's hope that 4th time is the charm as I describe the L.A.N.D acronym from my 2017 publication, the ACE Adventure Design Method. Alright, I'm just going to get right into it. L.A.N.D is an acronym that helps you build locations for your RPG of choice. It comes from my ACE Adventure Design Method, which I have listed here and linked below. The L in L.A.N.D stands for location name. Your location's name should be descriptive and or evocative whenever possible. Sometimes it won't be both. The Hermit's Cave isn't especially evocative, but it's descriptive enough to tell you exactly what to expect. Hermit's Heap is both. It tells you a hermit lives there, but lets you use your imagination to find out what heap means. Is it a garbage heap? A rock heap? It can be either until you actually make it real in your game. A is for areas. Areas are sublocations within the location. These might be sites within a region or rooms within a mansion or dungeon. Their names should also be descriptive and evocative when possible, because you can write land entries for them as well. And I'll talk about nesting locations here in a bit. You need not list every conceivable area for a location. Just because you haven't listed an area doesn't mean it won't show up there. And on the other hand, even if you have listed an area, there's no reason that you must include that area when you get to your game. The N in L.A.N.D is for natives. Natives are the NPCs, monsters, and fauna that live in or around this location, but not all of them. List only the really unique or special examples of natives, and just like areas, this list is neither exhaustive nor restrictive. Finally, the D is for details. In my 2017 publication, the D stood for descriptions, but I've come to like using 3 or 4 short sentence fragments to help me remember the important details of the location. Remember, this was written with designing an adventure in mind, not writing one. Written descriptions will be much longer than these short details. So let's go right into an example. I've chosen Death House from the D&D 5e campaign Curse of Strahd for this example. You should be able to find this for free as a standalone introduction to Curse of Strahd, but I've been searching in vain on both Wizards of the Coast website and Dungeon Masters Guild and can't find it right now. If you know where to get this file for free, please link it in the comments below for others to find it. The location name is Death House, which, from a player-facing point of view, is not great because it will key your players into what's potentially going on here. Anytime I've run Curse of Strahd, I've simply called it the Durst House. Areas in Death House may include, but are not limited to, Main Hall, Den of Wolves, Library, Secret Room, Nursemaid Suite, Children's Rooms, Secret Stairs, and Occult Dungeon. There are way more rooms than this in this module, but these are the ones that really interest me and I'd like to see in play. The special or unique natives of Death House are Rosevalda and Thornbolt Durst, Animated Armor, Nursemaid Spectre, and Shambling Mound. And some details for Death House are well-kept 1st and 2nd floor, dusty and cobwebbed upper floors, squeaky floorboards and windows on the upper floors. No internal light, but plenty of lamps and fireplaces. Always the feeling that the house is watching. Again, these are basically just design notes. You can turn your notes into something like this. But you'll notice that I actually did the opposite for this example. I turned this into some notes. That's useful because you can use the L.A.N.D acronym for session prep. But more importantly, if, like me, you have a ton of RPG books sitting around, this becomes this. And also, this becomes this. I'm always looking for cool locations to use in my own games, and L.A.N.D provides a nice little shorthand for saving them. Finally, I mentioned earlier that I talk about nesting locations. Death House is an area within the village of Barovia, but that's not all there is to nesting. Nesting is really about the ability of the area, or sublocation, to inherit information from the parent location, specifically the information listed under Natives and Details. Barovia is full of wolves and werewolves, ravens and were-ravens, so at any time a wolf may be heard howling outside or a raven can be seen pecking at a window. The village of Barovia is outcast, dreary, no sunshine, so you won't have a room in Death House full of sunlight. If I want to make a land entry for the Den of Wolves area of Death House, It could inherit all of the natives and details from Village of Barovia and Death House. You can nest locations as deep as you'd like, but I don't like nesting more than 3 locations. It just gets messy after that. So that's it for this video. If you like it, please subscribe, share it with your friends, hit like for me. I'm not going to be monetizing this channel. I have also ended my Patreon really before it began. It felt too much like work, and work and real life are too much work for me right now. So I want this to remain my hobby. So if you do want to support the channel, you know, go to DriveThruRPG and just buy one of my products. Support me that way. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.